Welcome back, Planeswalkers, to another episode of the Hive Mind. This is the show where I traverse the multiverse in search of other prominent members in the Magic the Gathering community. And today, I am kind of going back to a well-fished pond, so to speak. I love my friends from the north, back to Ontario, Canada. This time we have MTG Sickly. Jordan, thank you for joining in.
Hello! Welcome from the Great White North. Clearly, the Great White North.
Oh man, is it just dusted up there?
It was a joke about my hair, but yeah, like it snowed again today, and I'm just like over it.
Well, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, so we got a little bit of snow for Christmas, but no snow lately. Just a lot of rain. I even took my kids out to the park today in the rain like a bad dad. So we're probably all sick now.
Yes. Hey, you're talking to the king of being sick.
Hence the YouTube name, right?
It's true.
It's true. All right. And not typically on the Hive Mind, but it sometimes we do this. I brought on another special guest. Last time I did this, I had the great Jason Alt from Brainstorm Brewery, not name drop or anything, on the show. I brought a special guest today, and that is a Crimson Star Hazy Double Pomegranate IPA cosmic collaboration between Ecliptic Brewing and Rubens. So from Washington State, this thing is gnarly. It's an 8.5%er. I just want to say thank you so much, Christian, my brother from another mother, hooking this one up, sampling this out from Northwest Beverage. So I really, really appreciate not having to pay for beer. Jordan, did you bring a special guest?
I did. I have two. One is it's a fine year of Wendy's iced tea.
Nice.
And then actually I got it's a craft brewery from my hometown. It's a dry hop sour from Collective Arts Brewing in Hamilton, Ontario.
Let's check out that can. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, they pay artists basically to put their stuff on their cans. So that's a lot of really cool stuff. And I was like, oh, this is cute in Japanese. I'm going to clearly do it because I'm a weeaboo.
That's awesome. Yeah. This thing poured super white. Like, it looks like I'm drinking a cup of carrot juice or like grapefruit juice. I'm colorblind. So yeah. I don't know.
It almost looks like a Starbucks drink.
Yeah, kind of. All right. Well, cheers, my friend. I'm glad that we finally got this going.
I know this has been a while in
yeah,
really excited.
Awesome. So as we do, and we'll kind of I'll hold you to the same thing that we do with all the guests, even if it's not on one of the movie shows, even if it is on one of the Magic shows. I'll hold you to rating your special guest at the end, but we'll sit here and we'll kind of sip on them just for a little bit, as we do on the Hive Mind each and every episode. Jordan, what was your Magic origin story?
Oh. My brother got poisoned, and no.
Wow, spit take already, huh?
I am that like cliche girl at the game store who my boyfriend at the time got me into Magic. The boyfriend didn't stay, but the card game did. So I like my real video, I guess. I used to work and I wasn't really like the happiest there. And then I was just like, I hate Magic. And then I was like, you know what? I'll give it another shot. I'm like, and then I found out who Liliana was, and then I never looked back.
And we'll get to that later, but do you remember, was it just kind of like cracking some boosters and whatnot? And
No. I have actually only really half cracked a booster, and that's like it. I was just basically like my that guy had been like, oh, like tell me a little bit about like what type of game that you would like to play. I explained sort of what I kind of like. He built me up a black-white EDH deck, and it was just that. Like I haven't really cracked any packs.
Okay.
Thankfully.
Who was the commander, if you remember?
It was Teza. I forget. It was
Big booty Teza or small booty Teza?
She was sitting down Teza. So.
Sitting down to big booty Teza. Yeah, that's actually a really fun deck. I mean, it kind of
loved it.
Oh yeah, it kind of sucks that she's like 7 casting costs or whatever, but there is a lot of fun. Like you could build like a no mercy kind of rattlesnake deck. That's a lot of fun with that. And my first deck was the Ghost Dad himself, or the Council. Hey, this is a good beer. The Ghost Council of whatever, the ghost people with the fat guy with the weird face. Yeah, so I mean, shit, my Twitter handle is Orzov Dunn, so that's great. But you've since dropped the white, right?
I have. I just like the evil too much, I guess. So I just personally found the white in that deck sort of held me back. This is off the record, and of course, like this isn't being filmed, right?
Right. Yeah, it's just you and me. Don't worry.
I may or may not be making a blue-white deck right now.
Oh, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Cheating on Liliana. I'm gonna get murdered.
Yeah, seriously, don't let her know. I hope her boyfriend's in it. At least maybe is Jace represented in this thing?
He's not actually.
Ooh.
I'm surprised not, because like Jace is #1 Magic husbando. He's just
yeah, it's they're not so simpatico lately if you follow the story anyways right now. So it's okay.
It's because he put her in the friend zone, and like nobody friend zones Liliana.
Right. He's probably about the only one that can. All right. Well, let's stay on this a little bit. Tell me a little bit about this love affair you had with Liliana.
I don't know what, like, I was just like, okay, I had been borrowing a lot of decks, so I was like, you know what, I'm in this game for like 6 months. I would really just like to, you know, build one of my own finally make that plunge. And I was looking at mono commanders, and I was looking at a lot of like angels, first of all, because I'm just a sucker for the angel aesthetic. But I was looking through mono black because I'd realized that was sort of what I like to play the most. And I was like, who's this cutie? And I clicked her. And it was Heretical Healer, who is my commander, my angel, the love of my life, my Dwayne, my Rock, my Johnson. But she, like, I was like, oh my god, it's like a flip card. I love this. And then I'm one of those people who if I like a specific character, I have to know every single little thing about them. So I got into Liliana's lore, and I was crying, and I was like, this is her, this is the one. And then I bought it.
Nice. Yeah, you did the whole I saw that deck tech, and you have a couple of copies of Liliana in that one, right?
I do. My goal is to, I'm gonna sound like a creepy stalker fangirl, but my goal is to have every single card that either has her in it or has her like mentioned. And that's gonna be a long time. That's
ambitious. So what Liliana are you lacking at the moment? Do you have the best one, in my opinion, the 3-dropper?
The 3-drop is, well, there's a couple 3-drops.
Oh, Liliana sorry, yeah, you're right. Liliana the Veil, the OG, my favorite one from Innistrad.
I don't have her yet, unfortunately.
See, there you go, ladies and fans. Jordan's P.O. box is no.
My P.O. box is in the works, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess we have a pretty active chat right now. It looks like we're having a little bit of potatoy issues with the internet connection, but hope it clears up for you guys, for you ladies and gentlemen. And just so you guys know, since we have kind of switched to the live format of this show, we're gonna hold off. Be sure to get your questions ready, please. But we're gonna have a section of the episode to kind of answer your live chat questions for Jordan, MTG Sickly. So Lily, are you one that follows the lore pretty closely, or just kind of more of the flavors on the cards?
At the moment, I'm trying to get caught up. As you know, that we've talked about in the DMs, I work about like 45 to 50 hours a week. So I don't have a lot of free time. But I try to, especially with Dominaria coming out, like I'm trying to follow her as much as I can. And like all of her stuff with Jasu just like killed me.
Yeah, but hey, at least she got hers. It looks like they spoiled that. Yeah, and it's kind of weird in how they're doing the whole story cards. I guess they're called. They're the ones with the Planeswalker watermark on them.
Mm-hmm.
The Planeswalker thing. And it looks like she got hers against Belzenok finally, and that's the culmination of her arc, basically, of her killing the last. She killed Build, the last demon on that made the contract, and you put that on an uncommon. I don't know.
But did you see what else just happened?
Oh, maybe not.
About the fact that she just went back on Gatewatch.
She went back to them, or she screwed them over even more?
She screwed them over. Nice. There's like a meme going around right now. If you know that meme, that's like, I am no longer best friends with blah, blah, blah. It's her and Nicol Bolas, which is like from the canon art card. And I was just like, no.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, but that's this card, right? So it could be a card spoiled tomorrow. Her she's taking a picture with the rest of the Gatewatch. So it looks like Liliana as a lore, piece is going to do Liliana, right? She's going to do whatever is going to put Boo on top.
Exactly. I love her. She's so selfish, and it's so good.
Hey, that's why I'm a huge fan of the black cards. I've discussed on the show at nauseum. My first tournament winning deck was a mono black Nether Shadow Fallen Angel deck. Look that up if you can. But yeah, I love the black cards.
Mm-hmm. It's just so fun. It's just I am a very exceedingly nice person in my real life. So I'm like the type of person who's like, I am starving, but you said that you were kind of hungry, so here's my lunch. So I just get to be like an asshole in black, and I'm just like, yes, finally.
Well, then, I mean, if you're trying to be an asshole with Magic, you should really play blue.
But I'm not an intellectual. I've only seen half an episode of Rick and Morty.
Oh no, you just outed yourself. All the fans just left the chat. No.
I know. I'm a fake geek girl. Let's be real.
Oh, so someone in the chat went, "Damn!" Yeah. Oh well. Oh, here. Early check-in on the beer. How's it treating you?
It's surprisingly really good. Like,
nice. Man, and I'll probably
very picky with the beer. Absolutely delicious. So
are you really more of an IPA person or more of a stout person, lager? What's your jam?
I am a fan of the beauty, the grace that is Pat's Blue Ribbon.
Oh no!
I'm a monster. I'm a heathen, but I'm 22 years old, so my taste in alcohol is cheap. So.
Oh sure, yeah. Oh well. It was. Oh my god! Here comes an old man moment. When I was your age, my experience with Pabst Blue Ribbon, we used to do something called a century. I think it was a century, where you take a shot a minute of Pabst Blue Ribbon for every minute for 100 minutes. Might be a thing for you.
I love that. When I was in high school. Just kidding. Not in high school. I was definitely 19. The guys that I used to play Dungeons and Dragons with, we had our drinking game called Rum, which was we would put on, I think it was a Rammstein song, like some metal song, and the chorus was just like rum, 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 and we would take a shot of rum every time that they would say rum. And I woke up in a stormtrooper helmet, spooning a cardboard cutout of Gandalf, and it was a great time.
And that's our show, ladies and gentlemen.
Kobe.
there's no how could you follow that up? Century Club, that's what it was. Thank you, Card Sphere in the chat. Yeah, Century Club for the Paps, but that's hilarious. That's at the point where you're just like, why play a drinking game? Let's just, it's like every time someone says and take a shot of 151 and die.
A good way that if you want to die, playing the Oron High School Host Club drinking game is insane. Like, I got through an episode and I was like, I need to sit down.
While you're sitting down.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, this is kind of taking a left turn. Let's go back on track just a little bit. So, what made you decide? What is wrong with me? What made you decide to start a YouTube channel in the first place?
Well, I had started, like, I basically grew up on YouTube, which is a sign of how much of a fetus I am. But I used to make like really shitty like Kingdom Hearts and Naruto AMVs where it would just be like Linkin Park Numb and Sora would just be like running like top speed, and it was so bad. I have deleted it since. But then I would watch like vloggers and stuff like that, and I was in a collab channel, and then I tried to make like a travel channel and all of this stuff, and I've always loved YouTube. It's always just been something that I've wanted to, like, I've just had like such a passion for. And a couple of my friends had mentioned that like there weren't many female content creators in the MTG scene. So it sort of like melded together two of my like main hobbies and like main passions. So I decided basically I'd give it a shot. I didn't really care too much about like if people really watched or anything. Not that I don't appreciate it, but I mainly wanted to do it to be like, well, this is what I'm doing right as I started playing Magic. I haven't even been playing Magic for a year at this point. Like now, like, so like before then it was like 6-7 months or something like that. So I wanted it to be sort of a marker year, sort of how I've progressed in playing Magic, how I've gotten better, how I've learned like certain cards are garbage that I thought were good and vice versa. So it's sort of like a personal little time capsule, and I guess people just sort of dug it.
Well, you mentioned before, or you just mentioned that you were part of a kind of a collab channel before, and it definitely seems like you're a natural on camera. You're very fluid with everything. So I think that's what is kind of the gravitational pull. Very honest, very stripped down, which I appreciate. It is literally a breath of fresh air, especially with just kind of in a Magic content right now, and not saying that there isn't fantastic content out there, because there absolutely is, but it is very saturated, right? Or overly saturated right now. And it's good to see someone like yourself kind of attacking it at a different angle, which is great. You're still doing the deck techs, but you're doing commentary, and that's pretty awesome. So I just want like coming from me, who cares? But I do commend you for just doing an awesome job so far. And I speak on behalf of everyone. We're really excited to see where this goes.
I'm gonna cry. Well, like I have so much respect for the people who are like, this is my script. This is like a beautifully written script. I've gone through it like this. These are beautifully produced, everything like that. I have so much respect for people who do that, because I cannot. Like my first video, I tried to script it, and it's very like, hello, my name is Jordan and I like Magic cards. Like, it's bad. It was garbage. It was a dumpster fire. But I'm a kind of funny human when I just sort of ramble. So I just sort of talk at a camera for long enough, and then I'm just like, this is okay. Yep, delete, and then delete so much of it until I look like a cohesive human who has her shit figured out.
A cohesive human.
I'm definitely not 3 ducks in a trench coat.
It's like 3 monkeys trying to fuck a football. I don't know why that popped in my head, but yeah. Something along those lines, right? So I mean, not to say you're not deserving of everything, because you are, but literally blew up like right away. Like
I don't
you're
know what happened.
the video to like subscriber and view ratio is just astronomical. It doesn't, believe me. I mean, I haven't been at this for very long. I've been at it for about, you know, a little over a year now. But you know, it's a grind. This is definitely a hard thing to try to get in. And if you're in, you know, I'll say this to anyone starting out: if whoever's trying to get in this to get rich, just forget it, because I think that ship sailed probably a couple years ago. But you blew up, and that's amazing. Like to me, it's like seeing people, you know, 10 people watch my video. I'm like, wow, 10 people give a shit and they want to hear stuff. Tell me what it's like to just out of nowhere just have thousands of people wanting to hear what you have to say.
It's so weird. Like in my real life, everybody's like, Jordan, would you shut the fuck? And I'm like, and then, you know. So I remember a couple of my friends have been really supportive and have been like, oh, like put your stuff on Reddit, like do this, do that, like do these promote yourself. No. So like I had put a couple videos out before I even was like, hey guys, I make videos on Reddit, and then that just sort of like took off. And like the video about how I used to work at the card game store also like blew up. And it's just it's genuinely really weird. Like obvious, like my 1K reaction, I think, sort of explains
It's fantastic
how I reacted and just like started fucking crying my eyes out. It's weird. Like it's like I'll have people message me and like be like, oh, I was like, what do you think about this deck? Or like, oh, your videos make me really happy. Or I'll have like, because like I talk about the fact that I like boys and girls in my videos sometimes, and then people are like, oh, I'm not straight, and like I like the fact that you are not, because it makes me feel like included in the community and like stuff like that. And I just get like the big sister feelings, even though I'm a fetus, and it's just I just want to protect everybody, and like it's so wholesome and I love it. And I've cried so much over the past 2 months, but like all tears of joy.
Yeah, and I mean, I watched all the videos, all your videos, and going through the chat and stuff like that, and I'll comment and everything, and it does seem like it's like everyone is in a good, wholesome place. However long that lasts, who the hell knows? Because you know, trolls are gonna be trolling. But hey, Jumbo Commander,
I've already gotten some really good troll things. My favorite one is still, it was so funny. I was like cackling. Someone was like, when is the witch gonna finish fattening her up before she eats her? And I was like, yes.
Oh my god,
yes, it's my favorite.
Someone insulted you by calling you Gretel?
And then somebody called me a butterface and then asked me out.
I saw that tweet. That was pretty funny. I mean,
think they were calling me fat, and I was like,
but they're like, still, I'm
Wendy's,
hollering boo.
less Wendy's.
Right, yeah.
Like I'm still like, I am of the mindset are going to be trolls, but they 100% have the same right to me as the people who do like me, and they have all the right my videos and be like, yo, I don't like you, yo, I think you're ugly, like, yo, you're stupid, you don't know magic, gamer girl, blah 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 blah, because like they're a person, so they want to talk about, and that's what they want in their life, then like I have absolutely no right to tell them that that's not allowed. So I just brush it off my shoulders. So yeah.
No, it takes a person to do that. I'm probably too. I wouldn't say I'm confrontational, but I like interacting with trolls. I don't know. It's like a weird thing of mine. Jumbo Commander's in the chat right now. He says, "Oh, this kitty. Ask about the cat." So your cat is prominently featured in the background. So let's talk about the cat.
Yes, this is Roxas.
Roxas.
She's she's named after the Kingdom Hearts 2 character. Her full name is Roxas Legolas Ass Kicker. She is actually my mother's cat and is biting me right now. Um, she's a bitch, but she's really, really cute. So I love her.
Yeah. I thought I gave I have a tiny Chihuahua and I named him Fedor, the last Russian Emperor Emelianenko Dunning. So
I
yeah.
love that. I have my cat. She is not here at the moment. She looks like a little swamp creature. Her name is Tifa, but her full name is Queen Latifah.
Yeah, well, oh, I was about to just ask a question that I shouldn't have asked.
Yes, she is.
Okay. See, hey, you and me right there.
Yeah.
Thanks for, yeah. Woof. That would just dodge a minefield, folks. Okay. So
She's purring.
let's talk about the direction of the channel. If you can, or even if you want to, you don't have to. I don't want you to spoil things that you don't want to, but is it still just going to kind of be like the commentary, or are you going to do more deck techs? You have anything else kind of in the works? You've been actually really busy with these collab projects lately.
I have. It's weird. Like, there was actually just like a week where like a whole bunch of people were just like, hey, you want to hang out? And I was like,
I did not do that.
Hey, actually, everyone here, he was the first person to ever ask me to do a collab or anything.
Yeah.
And I had a nice little cry.
Aww, buddy.
I screenshotted it and I was like, somebody wants to interview me.
Oh, buddy. And of course, I was the last one. We're doing the last show. Like, I got scooped.
He really did. Everybody was like, how about now? And I'm like, well, okay.
I see the loyalty. You're like, yeah, fuck this guy.
Hey, we scheduled too far away.
I know. Well, that's okay. I'm glad that we're doing it now. We have time. You're out there. You're doing all the collab stuff. Yeah. So what about let's talk about a little bit on the direction of the channel. You got some stuff planned out, or I know you just did a giveaway.
I did do a giveaway and I messaged all the people. So probably after this, I'm going to write everybody like a little hand note and say like, thank you. I'm going to actually, excuse me. I'm going to film tomorrow. Probably there's a certain creature type that I absolutely hate. And that's what next week's video is going to be about. And why I hate that particular type, which will be cool.
That is spicy. That's spicy.
I'm gonna get real passionate about
it. we seen good passionate with Liliana. Now we're gonna see the bad side of Jordan, right?
I'm just gonna go full just like.
All right. Well, what is your favorite format? Or, I usually ask whoever the guest is their favorite format, but what's your favorite format? I think I know the answer, but what is a format that you don't play a lot that you currently want to dip your toe into?
Well, this is a very, very easy question because I have only played EDH.
Fair enough.
So the answer is I love to play EDH and I haven't played anything else, but I'm thinking about it to now that I'm like sort of rocking the MTGO, I might dip my toes into other formats.
Anything in particular that stands out?
Somebody on the stream was like they want to start a Kickstarter to get me to play Vintage.
Oh, jeez.
But I would probably start with like Standard or like something like that. I don't know. I have talks in the works of a collab that I can't really talk about.
Sure.
Yet.
Awesome. All right, a lot of teasing of some cool stuff coming up. My personal favorite format besides EDH, I mean that's just hands down. It's so much fun. That was the last format that I played too. I never played Legacy proper, but I played Legacy when the rocks were soft and it was called 2.0 back in the day, because I've been around since the literal Ice Age, not just Ice Age the Magic cards. So yeah, I was playing. I guess that's my legacy card. You know, that's my cool legacy card. But yeah, I did all the standards, all the blah blah blahs. But my favorite non EDH format that I always went back to was modern. I just love me some modern so much. I love me some Coco with some allies sprinkled in. It's just a cool format. And I like non-rotating formats because I'm broke as a joke and I can't keep up with standard.
Yeah, I feel that on a spiritual level. I'm trying to save up for school at the moment, so I'm just like, every penny counts. I know that they don't have pennies in Canada anymore, but they count.
Well, if you could find a Canadian penny, it might be worth more.
I don't think so, actually. I saw some kid trying to like feed a pigeon pennies a
Oh
a
God.
couple weeks ago. I was like, please don't do that.
Yeah, I hope you called the cops. Like that's terrible. I almost cried just now. Oh.
I know.
I'm the guy that will get in a car accident to try to save a pigeon's life, but there's no pigeons up where I live. It's weird. We have something called the Bothell murder, which is awesome. My kids wake up every morning, go outside and look up, and they're like, "Yay, it's the murder!" And what that is just we're in a raven migration path. So literally at a certain time of the or two times during the day, you just see thousands upon thousands of ravens flying overhead in a straight line. Really cool, little creepy when you're walking to work behind the alley, and there's a bunch of ravens just kind of perched up and looking at you. A little weird.
See, as like a big fan of Liliana, I was just immediately like, yo, don't trust that shit.
Forever I will be known as the Raven Man.
Oh my god. Guys, we figured it out. This is who the Raven Man actually is.
It was this schmuck all the time. Who knew he was Jewish?
Wait, are you actually Jewish?
I am. Is that okay?
Hold on. I have to grab something really quickly.
Oh my god.
I feel like you'll appreciate it.
Okay, cool. All right. So while she grabs that, we could dive into either, Judaism or we could talk about oh, she's back. All right. Hey.
I'm back. It's really quick. So, you know how everybody has an ugly Christmas sweater?
Yes.
I have an ugly Hanukkah sweater.
Yay! Light me up. It's fantastic.
I'm not actually Jewish, but I highly appreciate those of the Hebrew faith.
Oh, nice. We are the chosen people. Yeah.
It's true. I usually have dreidels around here, actually. Oh, here we go. See? I promise.
Good for you. Wow. You'll be good on next Passover. I grant you immunity. All right.
It's because I'm half German and I'm making amends.
Oh, okay. We're on the men. Well, my Russian side didn't do good things either, but I digress. Let's let's move forward. So yeah, so we're staying on YouTube a little bit. Who are your biggest influences? Who got you to start making content in the first place, and not just Magic content, but just content in general? Who are your non-Magic influences on YouTube, and who's your Magic influences, if you'd like to share that?
Oh man, you've opened up a can of worms.
Sweet.
My favorite YouTuber always sort of like changes. At the moment, I'm really obsessed with Best Guy Ever. He does like anime and like video game content. He does these things where he'll do like a 3 to 4 hour video of basically just like a lecture about something. So he did like, I think it's like a 6-hour video just about Final Fantasy and like the lore of every single game. And it like super inspires me. Once I get really good on the lore, I would love to rip that format off and do try to do a video of like a lore all in one thing. It would be pretty damn hard and probably wouldn't be able to do it, but that's the dream. I also, who else do I really like? I love Jenna Marbles. I've loved her for years. Her hamster died recently, and I promise I'm not just always crying, but that also made me cry.
Not always
like half my stories ended, and then I was crying.
Yeah, well, I mean, sounds like high school for me.
Yeah.
No, actually, I was pretty cool. I think I was cooler in high school than I am now.
I used to get shoved in lockers, so.
Was that really a thing? Were you part of like
Yeah.
or were you part of a 1990s like John Hughes movie?
Basically, yeah, except I like didn't end up like getting like 16 candles at the end and like driving off with the bad boy. Instead, I was just like, I'm walking through a forest on my way to Dungeons and Dragons.
And I play the magic cards now.
Yeah.
Paxman from the chat said Jenna's dogs are garbage though.
That better be a Jax Films joke because I also love Jax Films. That's my favorite YouTube beef.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it.
They're just like they're actually friends, and then they just call each other's dogs garbage, and all dogs are good. So it is a Jax Films joke. Bless. Papa bless.
There you go. I was always a dog person until I adopted my cat, and I think I've talked about my cat before. I love this cat. When I got it from, we've rescued all of our animals, but this cat was like this big, fit in the palm of my hand. Yeah, he was as big as Jason Momoa's face. Tiny little cat,
Aww.
bluest little eyes, like cutest little timid thing in the corner. 2 weeks later, he's about this big. Literal this big, like demon yellow eyes, just looks like an asshole. Fat, so fat. He's let himself go in that 1 week of life. But he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. He's like, if you just look at him, he looks like a black and gray like tabby cat, but then you brush him and he has like a white undercoat. So he is like literally an Orzhov cat.
Oh my god, I love that. Yeah. My mom surprised me with my cat. I had gone away for like an anime convention and she was like, I was bored, so I got you a kitten. And it was just one of those like, my cat had kittens. Please come take this cat. And she was like, this was the ugliest one, so I figured you would want it. And yeah. I love her. She's hideous, and she's the love of my life.
That's amazing.
I'm trying to find a picture of her.
Yeah, please do. But Fedor, the last Russian emperor, that little chihuahua, he's such a jerk. He's such a bitch, like especially moving up to Washington State from we lived in Las Vegas for the last 22 years, and the dog, chihuahuas are definitely like warm weather dogs. They're from Mexico, right? And then so we moved up here and we have this dog. He doesn't want anything to do with the rain. This is the wrong state for him. So he literally just sits around and complains. Like I call him the butler because I'll talk to him. I'll be like, go outside and go to the bathroom. He just goes, like he's freaking Mordecai and Rigby from Regular Show. Yeah, I have 4 kids. So what? But it's just like, he's this little bastard. Hey, how are you on time? We're just talking about our animals at this point. And I feel like I'm being rude.
This is the queen.
Oof. Oh, she's pretty.
Pretty ugly.
Oh,
she sits on like her hind legs and then her like stomach rolls just like go forward and she just like looks at you and breathes hard and I'm like, that's my girl. There she goes.
It's all right. She doesn't watch the show. She's not going to hear your slight against her. I thought she was beautiful.
I look at her all the time. I'm like, you're so ugly, and she just like purrs and like rolls over. We have a very abusive relationship.
Jordan, back on track. What's your favorite? What's your biggest non-MTG interest? So you mentioned D&D a little bit, and you mentioned anime. You into films? You into music? What are you kind of into?
I love movies. Like first time I went to college, I went to school for special effects makeup. So hit me up on Halloween if you just want to look like you just got straight up murdered. But I love films. I love like everything. Like movies are my jam. I could just sit and watch movies all the time. Music's good. I'm definitely not as into music as I used to be. My friend and I are trying to work out an electronic band, but he and I only see each other once a year, so that makes things difficult. And I'm trying to teach myself ukulele between editing and work. So.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but I have a couple movie shows, so a
Yeah, I
couple guest
do.
spots.
I
No,
do.
I just love. I am the less attractive, more overweight Ben Bateman. I'm like poor man's Ben Bateman. Because I love movies and I love magic so much, and my channel probably would have been bigger if I just would have streamlined it more with magic or with whatever. I just can't do it. Like I need Jekyll to my Hyde. It just doesn't work. So yeah, I feel you. I mean, I love everything with film. I grew up a little bit, connected to the entertainment industry. I do some voice acting work, this, that, and the other thing. So
Nice.
I feel you, dude. I just it's hard. There's only so much time in the day, right? To fill all the needs and wants.
Yeah, unfortunately, I know I try to balance everything. I'm just like, guys, I just need an hour just to watch a series of unfortunate events with my mom. Like just give me an hour, guys.
Yep. Tony from Rad Entertainment says so many shows today, movie shows. Woo woo. Yep. That's my co-host on the other side. But so let's take this opportunity to kind of jump over to the chat. So you guys, gals, whoever's in the chat, if you have any questions for Jordan from MTG Sickly, this is the time. So it looks like ooh, I'm gonna butcher this name so bad. Tsukaraka Bakuden. I'm so sorry, dude. And you gave me such a nice compliment earlier, dude or girl. Sickly, have you ever seen Donnie Darko?
First off, it's Sukahara Bokuden.
Oh man, see, I'll let you guys do the show.
I haven't actually seen Donnie Darko. It's of my list of good movies that I know that I need to see. But I haven't yet because it's one of those movies that I know I'm going to have to be in a room where my phone is on airplane mode, the TV is off aside from Donnie Darko, and I'm gonna sit down and enjoy it because I know I'm gonna love it. But I can't do that yet. But it's on there.
Awesome. It's a must. It's so good. Everything Jake Gyllenhaal, man, he's so underrated.
Such a cutie.
He is, and I'm not afraid to say it. Married for 15 years, or not married for. I've been with the same girl 15 years.
Congratulations! Holy shit!
I know. Thanks. Right. That is weird. That's saying something like that is like saying coming out of the closet nowadays.
I can't commit to a hair color for a year.
Yeah. So it's just like let's see. Any other? I'm just checking the chat right now. This is the most riveting part of the show, right? When we're just checking the chat lines.
I'll do a sick dance while you're checking the chat.
You know you're getting a beatbox. Worst movie you've ever seen from Simi John. Simi John asks, "What?" We're getting a lot of movie questions. You are right for my movie podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that's hard. I feel like the worst movies are the most unmemorable ones. So they're so bad that I can't even remember what ones were really bad. Hold on, I have a Letterboxd account that I horribly neglect.
I know. Worst, best. Well, while you're thinking about it, what about best? You got your go-to?
Ooh, it depends on what I'm looking for. I have right there is an X-Men First Class poster, which is my favorite superhero movie. I love The Last Unicorn, which is it's garbage, and I know it's bad, but it's it's so good. And I really love if I want to just have a big cry, I watch Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet? You cry on Treasure? Why?
Because his dad left him, and he's just no, Dad, and I'm
Dad, you bastard. Jumbo Commander asks, she said she's a YouTube fan. What's her favorite channels, magic or non-magic? So we got into that a little bit of who you're watching right now. Who is your I don't know if we did get into your favorite MTG channel right now. So DJ wants to know.
Ooh, that's hard. I don't want to just like call out like one person and then just like let it all go away. Okay, actually, I have I love Rudy. Like Alpha Investments is I can just sit and watch him for hours because he's so weird. I
That's a
think
safe pick, bro.
the best compliment I ever got was somebody was like, you know, you're like Rudy's little sister. And I was like, thank you.
Yeah, Rudy's pretty phenomenal.
Rudy's just so good. But I'll give like a shout out to a much smaller content creator.
Sure.
He's also a friend of mine, so I'm, just being not just being a nice person because like his content is genuinely really really good. But Trapixium,
Mm-hmm.
he makes Magic and then like I don't even know the other game that he plays. Warframe, I think. He makes like his content is so like well polished and like he's one of those like I read the script, I like do the good editing and everything like that, and it's just so good. Like Pleasant Kenobi, Jolt, Rogue Duck Builder,
Yep.
obviously like Terran from MTGO Traders, like Ristic Studies. I'm just like going through my subscriber list at this point. Like there's so many that it's just like
I loved having Sam on the channel, or Sam on one of these shows. His content is just so disgustingly beautiful. It like
I
gives
know.
me a toothache.
It's just like yeah, there's so much good YouTube, like especially magic content in YouTube, and I'm like, why do you waste your time on me though? Like,
Hey, don't sell yourself short. You're pretty damn good.
I try.
You're
I do
doing
my
something.
best.
You're doing something, kid. You're going places.
I do okay.
But of course, I would be remiss not to say that Jumbo Commander is one of my favorites, and I was like out of my freaking mind to have him on the last episode of the show. That was awesome. I've been a fan of his ever since. He does just great EDH stuff. So same thing with MTG Mudsta. These guys are great. They're pillars of the community. Dean Malulu says if you want to cry your eyes out, watch Grave of the Fireflies.
I refuse.
Oh,
I woke the cat up. I know that I will actually cry my eyes out if I watch Grave of the Fireflies, so I refuse to.
I don't know what that is, and that's a big thing because I'm a pretty big movie guy. What's the deal with Grave of the Fireflies?
It's an anime movie, that's why.
Oh, I love Spirited Away.
Yo, so good. I love
Yeah,
that movie so much.
everything from here is just absolutely incredible. And no, DJ, I didn't just say that because you're here. I'm serious. I like your content, man. All right.
Hey,
um,
Jumbo Commander, you're actually really cool. And I didn't mention you because I didn't want to seem like a fangirl. You're cool.
Oh no, I'm a fangirl for real. I don't care. Like I said, I was like, whoa, Jumbo Commander's coming on my show. Yep. Rad Entertainment loves Spirited Away. Dean Malou, it is very underrated studio. Oh, Ghibli movie, yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
Spirited Away, man. I could watch that all the time. Howl's Moving Castle, Princess Mononoke. I'm not an anime guy, but those movies are just brilliant, beautiful films.
Do you like horror?
Do I like horror? Yeah, no. I do.
Okay, you need to watch. This is our friend homework now.
Okay.
You need to watch a movie called Perfect Blue.
Okay.
And then come back to me with your feelings.
You got it. Done. I just watched A Quiet Place last night, and man, that spoiler review is going to come out soon. Me and Tony from Rad did the spoiler review. Man, that movie kicked me in the nuts. I love that damn movie.
Oh my god, I want to watch that so bad. I will watch that after I watch the movie because I want to be going into this as blind as possible.
Awesome. Yeah, I won't say anything. Definitely don't watch our spoiler review when it comes out until after the movie.
I'll put it in the watch later list.
There we go. Your favorite combo, and yeah, going back to Magic a little bit. See Me John asks, "What's your favorite combo in Magic the Gathering?"
Ooh, that's tough. I've recently been like I like stuff where no. Oh, actually, I have my favorite. It's 2 cards. It is having out Waste Not. So, like, there's always triggers if somebody discards cards, and then waiting until people have, like, a really high number of cards in their hand, and then doing Dark Deal, where they discard their entire hand and then draw that many -1. Because then it's just like it's such a good combo because everybody's like, "Oh, I have all of these great cards," and I'm like, "No, you don't." And now I have 67 zombies.
Yeah, that's pretty fantastic. It's not I guess it's not a combo piece in my opinion, but it was definitely a combo. My favorite combo deck, Epic Experiment back in Return to Ravnica Standard. Talk about, I mean, my buddy King of Jank ain't in the chat, but he would appreciate that one. That is the jankiest of combos, or combo decks. It's just, you know, Epic Experiment into everything. You either win big or go home, and it's just so much fun. Quad Nines is in here. Glad that he's catching the live chat. Totally appreciate it, Quad Nines. Good to have you here.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for stopping by and caring what we have to say. All right. Jordan, spoil any upcoming projects. We kind of talked about this a little bit in a different way, but any like upcoming projects that you want to talk about, like right on deck?
Well, next week's video is going to be about a certain type of creatures. It's the Eldrazi. And why I hate them so much.
Nice.
But stuff that I can't really talk about yet because it's not really solid. I might be on, like, I might try to start doing more Twitch streams and stuff now that I'm sort of working out the layout. Nothing too set in stone.
Rad. Awesome. Yeah. And hey, don't let the beer loosen the lips. Like, let's keep a cap on that. So, all right, let's talk.
A very lewd joke.
I know it sounded bad after I said it, but it was a strong beer.
Jordan. It's okay. Mine would have been like actually bad. Yours is an actual statement.
Yeah, well, we try to keep it, you know, at least R on this show. But this is the time of the night where I like to talk about my other special guests that I had today, but I'm a gentleman and ladies first, because chivalry's not dead. Chivalry's not Jed either.
Who's dead?
Ladies and gentlemen, why don't you go ahead and talk about your beer like it's a person and go ahead and hurt its feelings. Out of 5, what would you give it?
I would say, even like this even has a cute girl on it too.
Yeah.
I would say it's like you go on a blind date and you expect her to be like a 2.5 out of 5. And you're like, you know what? Like, it'll just be a good time. And then you get to know her. And she's a little bit fruity. And she's a little bit sweet.
A little bit rock and roll, a little bit country.
Oh, yeah. No country. Full rock. Full roll.
Good for you.
I would say a 4.75.
Whoa. That is huge numbers, friend.
This is real good.
Wow. Holy crap. Okay. So, hey. Oh, man. Hey, Travis from Vitamin TX. I haven't seen you forever. Thanks for coming in. Favorite MTG tribe. Real quick, before I talk about it, because I love Travis and I miss him.
Oh, ooh. I love zombies.
Ooh, I love zombies.
I'm like the zombie kid from that. Like, I like turtles, but I like zombies. I also love angels, but I'll never play them because I can't play mono white.
Yeah, it ain't a thing. Yeah, I like vampires a lot in MTG. I don't know why. I'm not like a Twilight fan or anything, so you know.
I'm just an edgelord, so I love it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about Mr. and Mrs. We'll call her a girl. Crimson Star Hazy Double Pomegranate IPA, ale with pomegranate and guava, brewed with our friends at Reuben Brew. Crimson Star fuses juicy and citrusy hops aromas with crisp pomegranate notes, igniting them in a hazy flavor storm. This thing was fantastic. I don't give perfect ratings on my beers ever. I've done it once. And that was the Feather Weather from Black Raven milk stout. That thing was absolutely fantastic. This thing is one of my new best friends, and it's still not getting a 5 out of 5 though, but I'm going to give it a 4.75. I'm totally going to copy Jordan's rating. This was a near perfect beer. Juicy, big, hoppy, just fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. 8.5 where, because I didn't taste the alcohol in that. Usually you get that alcohol burn, that alcohol sweetness from an 8.5 percenter. Not on this one. You could pass this off as a wine cooler if you're in the market to be a jerk. But this one was pretty fantastic. Definitely recommend it, everyone. Please. Drink this beer and drink her beer too, because it sounds fantastic. I'm gonna cry. This is gonna be one of those times that your crying is gonna make me cry because I can't get your beer here.
I'll see if I can legally send beer across the border. It's the best thing to come out of my hometown.
Well, besides yourself, right?
No, I was right the first time.
Okay. Well, this was something, friend. Jordan from MTG Sickly. This was so much fun.
Hell yeah.
Let's do this again sometime.
I agree.
All right.
Yay.
So where can the Goodkins find you, friend?
All right. So I got a couple places. You can find me on YouTube, obviously, at MTG Sickly. You can find me on Twitter at SicklyMTG. And at Twitch at SicklyMTG, and then Instagram at Sickly, but the L is a 1.
Ooh, just to mix it up, or just because the other one was taken?
That one actually came first, and I just wanted Sickly to be on everything. I've been using Sickly since I was in high school, so but some asshole took actual just Sickly.
Awesome. You, friend, you were a blast to have on. Thank you so much for giving us some of your well-earned time. I can't stop looking at the chat. I have to say, just all the golf claps in the world for the chat room. I mean, I've never had this crazy of a chat. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with Jordan and hanging out with you guys and girls in the chat room. Good stream. Vitamin TX says, John, why can't you drink normal beer? You know what? Whatever. King of Jank said, fuck it. Did I miss it? Yeah. Sorry, dude. But, just because we're not live, enjoy the show afterwards. You could find me, if you want to, at on Twitter at Orzov Dunn. You could find me on Facebook and Instagram at Jon Dunning, or right here on this very channel. They said, we said. If you like, tell your friends about this. I love talking Magic. I love talking to awesome people about Magic. So like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube shit, and we'll see you next time. I will see you. What's my ending tagline of the show? I'll see you all in the multiverse. We'll see you next time.
Bye.